Greetings and welcome to Pinball Help. Mike here. Today is Saturday and I'm in Houston for the Houston Arcade Expo, and I'm going to do a walkthrough of it like I do every year. So I'm just going to wander on in. Let's take a look at what we got to see. We'll start off with the vendors over here. All kinds of merch here, posters, t-shirts. Hey Keith. And vintage pinball. Keith right there is the proprietor of the whole organization. Nice display of vintage coin-op and different vendors. There's a home version of Fireball. One of the neat things about this event is they have quite a big contingent of vintage computing stuff here too. So you'll find all kinds of old vintage consoles. People playing Doom, the Oregon Trail on an old Apple. Lots of really great stuff here. Definitely a lot more CRTs than you normally see. Little bar. Laser etch stuff. All kinds of crafty things. Celebrities where they're doing autographs and stuff. All right, let's go into the main room and see what we got here. Some vendors in here too. Here's the multi-morphic booth here. They're showing off the new game that was done by Scott Denisi right over there on the right, called Final Resistance. I got a chance to play that and it was surprisingly fun. Well, I guess it shouldn't be surprising. Got a little booth here where you've got Halloween and Alien. And the pinballs. High-Speed, Fishtails, Guns N' Roses, Street Fighter 2, Space Invaders, Godzilla. One of the old Godzillas from Sega. Orbiter 1. Very funky, cool, early Stern. This is a whole row of vintage Sterns from the 80s. Galaxy, Big Game, Nine Ball, Lightning, Stingray, and Sea Witch. Really cool to see these games. There's an 8-Ball Deluxe, Earth, Wind & Fire, Big Guns, Joker's Last Action Hero, a new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Williams Honey. Not as many EMs this year. There's a Kiss, Black Knight 2000 Corvette, and a Circus Voltaire. Rick and Morty, Mandalorian, Strange Science, Family Guy, Mousing Around Space Station, Frankenstein, and Fire, Williams Fire. People are dressed up in costumes. And some vintage video games here. And of course, no no event is complete without a DeLorean. Although this one is not really fully rigged out Back to the Future style, but hey, it's a DeLorean. I guess it's just one of those things where if you have a DeLorean, you can park it inside of places. Some good vintage games. There's a little Clax, a pretty rare cabaret version. Data East, Back to the Future. So you have Back to the Future, and then you have the car. So right here is the new Pinball Labyrinth, and you can see there's a line of people to play it. I got a chance to play on it, and it's a very pretty game. It's got good flow, good audio and video, and it seems to be very, very popular. Lord of the Rings F-14, another EM pioneer. It's a Gottlieb, one of the few that didn't have slingshots, as you can see. Star Trek, Jackpot, Space Station, Big House. I think that's a Gottlieb System 80 or later. And then Flying Carpet. Not a whole lot of games for sale. There are a few, but they all have pretty high prices on them. There's a virtual reality setup. Go Bad Cats and a Star Wars. This is all Stearns here. Zeppelin, Avengers, Venom, except for a Cactus Canyon there at the end. And then more modern Stearns. It's a bit crowded in here. I'm gonna try to squeeze around. James Bond. I got a chance to play it with the new code, and I still kind of think my original review of this game stands. Don't like the design of the playfield. New Foo Fighters games. Let's weave our way through here. DeLorean, Big Guns, Popeye, Book, Bad Cats Roadshow, Pirates of the Caribbean, Data East, Star Wars, Jurassic Park, Batman Forever, Shadow, Bone Busters, and Judge Dredd. And on the other side, Wheel of Fortune, Flintstones, Strikes and Spares, Whodunit, Johnny Mnemonic, Party Zone, Starship Troopers, and Tommy. I wonder if the fan is working on this. That's such a cool feature. The fan kind of comes out and covers the clippers so you can't see them. As you can see, almost every game is filled. This is a prime time right now. Dracula, Funhouse, Demolition Man, Pinball Magic, pretty rare game. Super Mario Brothers, Creature, Junkyard, South Park, and Bow and Arrow. Board game just sitting out here on the end. And then this is the stage. There's going to be some live music happening later on. And we've got Getaway, Champion Pub, No Good Golfers, Gophers, Gilligan's Island, Bugs Bunny's Birthday Bash, Simpsons Pinball Party, Addams Family, Game of Thrones Elvira, and Data East Simpsons. I'm not keeping track, but somebody is. There's a Black Rose, another obscure game. Rocky and Bullwinkle. I got a chance to play on this one, and I really like this. It's maybe one of my favorite Data East, aside from Time Machine. And here we go. Bunch more EMs. All wedge heads right here. Bankshot, Kingpin, and Buccaneer. The single-player versions of the Gottlieb games that had deeper rule sets because they only had one player. Get over here to Jumping Jack. Two-player game. And then Lady Luck is a Williams. Beautiful condition of that game. Look at the back glass. Very distinctive, kind of pointy human artwork. And then there's a genie. And then you'll see this clear plexiglass game. I believe this is a Sega game. or Spanish game. Forget. Hey, what's the name of this game? I forget. You know what the game this is you're playing?
It was a rematch. I
know it's like a Spanish game, right?
Yes.
I'm trying to remember the name of it. I can't. Oh, Super Straight is what they're called. Oh, Sonic Super Straight. Okay, that's the name of it.
So it was by Sonic. Yeah,
Sonic, yeah.
It's beautiful.
Isn't it?
But it plays funny.
Oh, it does? I imagine the weight of it with that extra clear stuff is even more than it was before.
It needs some adjustment.
Oh, really? I mean, those games are heavy enough as it is, but can you imagine putting 3/4 inch plexiglass instead of plywood? It's so much heavier. R-Type, what a great game. Xevious, Missile Command, Galaga, Road Blasters, Qbert, Time Pilot, all originals. Although some of them looks like they have been upgraded with some flat screens in some of them. There's the Jersey Jack Godfather, dialed in. And some more vintage arcades. Now I'm kind of looking at what's flat screen and what's not. Most of these are CRTs. See if I can squeeze through here. Now there's a rare game, Joust 2. Journey, another very rare game. Black Widow, that's a super duper rare game. Another vector game. Some more bigger games sitting up out here. I'm not even going to try to get through there. Go to this way. Oh, I already went through this, didn't I? Or no, there's a second R-Type. Tetris, UN Squadron, Time Killers, Tattoo Assassins. It is crowded. Some merch. Some more vintage computing over here. In this booth here, there's two interesting games. There's a Australian Stern that was only made in shipped to Australia. Supposedly only 300 of them were made. Called Cosmic Princess. Really, really cool, nice looking game. Notice no slingshots in this. Oh, no problem. And then the Kiss. That Kiss machine is one from Germany because the style of the SS and the Kiss logo was actually illegal in Germany because it's from the Nazis. So they had to make a special version with normal S's, if you can see that. And so this is a game that was rebuilt using some parts and pieces from new old stock from the original German distribution. So you can see there's the SS that was kind of reminiscent of, you know, the Nazis. And in Germany, they had to do special versions without that. So kind of interesting, kind of ironic that Gene Simmons is Jewish, and I don't know if he didn't care, you know. This, I got a chance to play this Stern Freefall. Really, really fun game. As well as Counterforce. These two games here I really, really like. That's Counterforce is a System 80 that has a neat feature. It's almost timed where you knock things down, get bonus. If you don't knock all the targets down, some of the bonus gets stolen back from you. Top Score, Baywatch. And then there's some games in here. I don't know if they're running a tournament, but nice hot dog in there in the back. Such a good game. Scared Stiff, Avengers, Walking Dead, Attack from Mars, Stargate, Gottlieb Sing-Along and a Buccaneer, Captain Fantastic, Trizone, Flash Gordon, Fishtails, and Diner. And this Fishtails is really blinged out. Nice use of the LEDs in it. So that's a good bit of it. And if you can't be here, hopefully you can get a little taste of what's going on. There's also another conference room where they have talks and shows and stuff. And there's going to be a Duran Duran tribute band playing later on, as well as the Consortium of Genius, which is a really interesting group. You should check them out on their webpage at YouTube/Consortium of Genius, I believe. And I'm going to go play some pinball. I almost never get a chance to play pinball. I'm always doing too many other things. But I'm going to mill around, and I hope you are having a good day, evening, morning when you're watching this. Be sure to subscribe and click like and all that. And visit the website pinballhelp.com. There's usually a lot more content than just on the YouTube page. And as always, thanks for watching.